Are you looking for an athletic scholarship? You're in the right place. This is the Recruit Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the longest-running podcast on recruiting and athletic scholarships. We're here to help your family navigate the recruiting road all the way to an athletic scholarship. He's a recruiting expert and a dad of 2 college athletes. He has a wealth of experience to share. Here's Recruit Me CEO, Brent Hanks.
Welcome to episode 450 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Episode 450 is a big number in a weekly recruiting advice podcast. I like to celebrate this big number by giving a big thanks to the Athletic Scholarship Podcast and Recruit Me founder John Fugler for starting and hosting over 200 plus episodes. It's my honor and privilege to bring you the remaining episodes totaling up to 450 to help you with your recruiting journey. Last summer, Recruit Me and the Elite Academic Academy out of Southern California created a relationship. Elite Academic Academy is a premier kindergarten through 12th grade charter school in California. I give you more information on Elite Academic Academy and what a charter school is in episode 434. So good things sometimes happen by accident and then by asking questions. In August of 2024, the Elite Peak Performance lead, Andy Allison, called me at Recruit Me and left a message to contact him back. The message said that he had been talking to an employee of Recruit Me and they wanted to talk more. Well, my Recruit Me LLC recruiting education company only has one employee, and that's me. I called Andy back and explained that my Recruit Me was not the Recruit Me that he had spoken with. In the call, I told Andy what Recruit Me LLC does and gave him my website, recruit-me.com, and my information on the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Through our discussion, I found out that Andy is an ex-Major League catcher, and he played with a friend of mine, a pitcher on the Cleveland, then Indians. I invited Andy to be a guest on the Athletic Scholarship Podcast, and you can hear the 2 episodes 430 and 431, where we talk about Andy, the Elite Academic Academy, and their sports, and also recruiting. Please go back and listen to episodes 430 and 431 on your favorite podcast app or on recruit-me.com. So Recruit Me's relationship has expanded to being a supplemental partner by providing the Recruit Me 3.0 athletic scholarship system to elites student athletes. Today's episode 450, will have what I will cover in the 5th workshop for Elite. Parker, my older son, was a pitcher for Northwestern University from 2018 to 2022. And Sutton, my younger son, is currently an outfielder for Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri. He is a junior. Past workshops are workshop number 1, which was in November of 2024, and is covered on the Athletic Scholarship Podcast episode 434. In that workshop and episode, you get information about step 1 of the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship, which is select the right schools to contact. And we cover 2 of the 3 worksheets, the parameters worksheet and the college school list worksheet. In workshop number 2, which was in December of 2024 and is on episode 437, we cover the college research worksheet from step 1, and we introduce step number 2, write a great introductory email. February had workshop number 4, and I covered steps 5 and 6, which are track your communications and send 1-page or 1-paragraph updates. Let me list the first 6 steps again that lead you to this 7th step to an athletic scholarship. Step number 1, select the right schools to contact. Step number 2, write a great introductory email. Step number 3, create your 1-sheet player profile. Step number 4, build your own questionnaire. Step number 5, track your communications. Step number 6, send 1-page or 1-paragraph updates. And today we get into step number 7, which is make your school choice wisely. The Recruit Me 3.0 manual on step number 7 opens with, there is no absolute formula for choosing your school. You can walk through the process we've explained, but it will ultimately come down to your choice. You have to weigh and evaluate a lot of factors and variables. You might go through some tense times. There may be some heated conversations between parents and student athletes. You'll have to deal with pressure from coaches. Financial issues will arise, and the list goes on. Below is a checklist I've put together to help make the choice easier as it comes down to the end. First on the checklist is net cost comparison. Take the total cost of the school and subtract all the financial aid offered. Next, scholarship offer. If the school does offer athletic scholarships, how good is the offer you have received? This could be an indication of the coach's commitment to you. Next category, academic quality of the school. You follow that with academic match. Does the school offer majors in your areas of interest? Consider this, the quality of the athletic program. If you want to, grade it from A to F. Also, the coaching staff, coaching ability, integrity, character, and reputation. And factor in the coach's interest level in you. How much of an effort did the coach make in your recruiting process? Evaluate his or her interest level in you. Some things to consider. How often does he or she contact you? Were you offered any visits, either official or unofficial? Where does he or she say that you will fit into the program? Another item on the checklist is potential for becoming a better athlete in the program. Also consider your potential for earning a starting spot within the first 2 years. And one of the last on the checklist is my overall impression. Consider all the feeling factors. How much did you enjoy the school when you visited, or talked with coaches, players, and did you like the area, etc.? You are welcome to add other factors that are important to you, and then build a scorecard to help in your decision-making process. If you put together a scorecard, it won't make the decision for you, but it will help you to organize your thoughts and priorities so the best decision becomes more obvious to you. Your school's top choices can change throughout your recruiting process, and that's okay. Keep updating all your information so when it comes down to the right time, all the work you've done helps you to make the right choice. And student athletes, don't forget to include your parents and what they think about those choices. All of the first 6 steps of the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship build up to this, step 7. Each step is not a one and done. Step 1, select the right schools to contact, is the most work, and I believe is the most important and the most overlooked. The earlier you start, the better, but be sure to start, and to start with this step. Step 1 entails your parameters list, making a list listing colleges of all levels, and then researching them. By doing that, you build a foundation for your eventual college decision. You will continue to adjust your parameters and your college school list throughout your high school years. Your list will be prepared as you work your way into being a recruitable prospect. That could be, for a few, your freshman year, then for a few more your sophomore year, but for most, your junior year, and with all the college recruiting changes carrying into and through your senior year of high school. Steps 2, 3, and 4, writing a great introductory email, creating your player profile, and building your own recruiting questionnaire can be started and ready when you are ready to start your communications with college coaches, or when college coaches start contacting you. Along with those steps, you need to prepare how you are going to track your communications, which is step number 5. Preparing ahead will make it easier for you to stay organized as communications start flying. Step 6 is send one-page or one-paragraph updates. Staying in touch with college coaches and recording what you talked about is important, as you will use all of these steps to guide you to your ultimate upcoming college decision. When you are at your point to make a decision, you will probably not mark off every one of your parameters. In other words, there will not be a 100% perfect college choice, but you will be in a position to meet most of your wants and needs. With all the changes in the college sports world, NIL, which is name, image, and likeness, the transfer portal, the expansion of the number of athletic scholarships, the elimination of the NLI, National Letter of Intent, and the possibility of junior college years not counting toward 4-year school eligibility, right now that is not official across all college sports or athletes. And then how college coaches, mainly D1 coaches, are adjusting, depending on the sport, to all of these changes, and how each affects all the other levels. You need to be knowledgeable and ready to make a decision that best fits you. When I say you, I do mean the student athlete. The student athlete needs to involve parents, caretakers, and other team members. Here is more on parent-athlete teamwork. Here's what is written in the Recruit Me 3.0 Athletic Scholarship Manual about parent-athlete teamwork. The recruiting journey is one that you should take as a family, if at all possible. Parents have an important role, as does the student athlete. This is not a sprint, but a marathon, and you will need each other for encouragement, support, and sharing the workload. If you are a student athlete, here are things that you should focus on. Number 1, your academics. We can't tell you how important this is. You can literally eliminate yourself from a scholarship opportunity by getting into grade trouble. However, you can lift yourself above other scholarship prospects by excelling in academics. Do the best job you can. That's all anyone can ask. And number 2, become a better athlete. The more skilled you become, the greater your chances of being noticed and getting a scholarship. There is no doubt about it. This is a competitive field. Other athletes in your sport are working on getting better, and you need to stay ahead of as many of them as you can. The amount of work you put into improving will indicate how serious you are in competing past high school. Although you can't do all things we will list, you can pick 1 or 2. Attend instructional camps, take lessons, watch instructional videos, video your performance, and study it. Find someone who will mentor you in your sport. When it stops being fun, then it's probably time to give up the sport and pursue other interests. Number 3, communicate with coaches. Be sure to send emails and communicate. Provide coaches with updates after every season. Write or call back if they write or call you. If you stop communicating with them, they will assume that you are no longer interested. You want to keep your options open until you are certain that you are not interested in that school. Usually that will come in the final months before you make your decision. Number 4, ask a parent or an adult mentor to help you go through your process. You will need someone on your team, preferably a parent. However, if that is not possible, then find someone that can help you succeed. It is too tough and too long to go through this yourself, and you will need someone you can ask advice and actually help you do some of the writing and tracking communications. As for parents, number 1, be an encourager. Your son or daughter will need this. There will be a lot of ups and downs. He or she will be pursued by some coaches and rejected by others. You'll have to help your child keep a positive attitude and move forward. Number 2, handle the administration. Take the leadership in drafting emails, letters, profiles, questionnaires, and help them send out. Don't do all the work yourself, but work as a team with your son or daughter. With all the communications to so many coaches, your child cannot do it all and still compete athletically and academically. And over time, you will have to help keep a good record of the communications with coaches. The Recruit Me system shows you how to do that. Number 3, discuss the process with your son or daughter. Find out what's going on through his or her mind along the way. Get an idea of his or her interest in certain schools. Work through it together as you narrow down your choices. If you work together as a team, each carrying out his or her role, the whole process will be less stressful. Thank you for listening to this workshop, and go back and listen and re-listen to the first 4 workshops. Also, thank you to everyone at Elite Academic Academy, and I look forward to helping in the future. Please go back and listen to these episodes of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Episode 434 is workshop number 1, covering step number 1. Episode 437 gives you workshop number 2 and has the remaining pieces of step 1 and then step 2. Episode 442 has steps 3 and 4 in workshop number 3. And steps 5 and 6 are covered in episode 446 from workshop number 4. Join me next Tuesday for episode 451. It is the second part of a 2-part interview with Kent Mueller, and we will be discussing Kent's current involvement with high school sports on his Playing on Sports Substack and his Where Are They Now podcast. Again, thank you to all the loyal listeners of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast, and also the new listeners. I'm excited to celebrate 450 episodes that are made possible by you, the listeners. Go to recruit-me.com and listen to episodes that will help you in your recruiting journey. Please like and share the Athletic Scholarship Podcast, and I'll see you next week.